Hello there, Bowerbird Maker here. I am making two cards for you today. I thought of going back to basics. I'm reminiscing a lot these days and I'm remembering how much of a doodler I used to be. I still am, but maybe not as much anymore. So I'm getting back into the habit of doodling. So today I am sharing these two doodled cards using only the most basic of materials. All you need, guys, is any marker. I'm using Sharpies here as I have them to hand. Then you can also use an ink pen. So as you can see, I am doodling away merrily. All I wanted to do was draw very simple shapes that I then repeat several times to create a patterned effect on the white cardstock. This is so instantaneous that it feels kind of liberating and more freeing, I suppose. I accepted the wonkiness of these doodle and just went along with it. I think this is a nice experiment for me, and it has made me realize how quickly we can make cards like this with only just basic materials. So I'm using my Lamy pen here. It has a chisel shaped nib, and I really like it because it allows me to make broader lines and strokes, like the one I'm doing here now, and it's really just simply lines repeated to infill the shapes of the character. I like the blue ink that this pen has, and it is nothing special. It is really just a writing pen ink, but because it's blue, it just gives it a certain fresh look, I suppose. And really, you can use any pen. You can even use gel pens, metallic pens, any pens you've got in your stash, really, I think will work really well with this. I used to do this as a kid, doodle away in class even, with my notebooks, and put little sort of bordered images and things. Here I'm trying to decide what next to do, but I just decided, right, I'm going to put some wavy lines and create or sort of finish the pattern, as it were. And then I decided to connect the love characters with this line, and then again just reinforcing some of those curved shapes, the wave shapes, and literally just playing with it, So I could not resist, however, to get my embossing pen out. Here I'm using a Letterit embossing pen from Ranger, just to emboss the outer edges of these doodles. I just wanted them to have that glossy, sugary feel, and I'm glad I did it because the process added a texture to the basic doodles. So I do recommend, if you're using this embossing pen, to do the embossing in stages, because it does dry up, and then the embossing powder is not going to take properly. And I'm just using a generic embossing powder, guys. Nothing special. It's a clear embossing powder. This one comes from Ranger, because I just have that ready. And that's it. The card is finished once you've done the embossing, and as you can see, it's starting to look glossy, and I just thought it's a nice touch, to make the doodles sort of have a different texture. So for my second card, I did exactly the same technique, doodled away to my heart's content, but I just varied the orientation of the doodled pattern. This time I decided to make verticals, hence the heart shapes that look like lollipops with elongated stems. The doodle is very off-center, I do realize this, but I just accepted it as a little quirk and decided in my wisdom that this added some charm. There you go. That's my excuse, that's my resolution, guys. Any wonkiness or imperfection can be celebrated. Let me know what you think, as I may have opened a can of worms here, as we do like a perfect and polished card. I certainly do, and I work tirelessly to perfect my techniques. So here they are, guys, in their final parade. A set of hand-drawn cards, all spontaneously made, with very basic tools. Let me know what you think of them. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I hope you are all keeping well and happy making.